Hello, my name is Kate. I am Profit with the Planets. I do financial astrology in the IPO chart method, like a birth date of assets. I'm going to do Ripple today. Now, I just a Bitcoin crypto forecast as we're having a bit of a crash. I left this out purposefully. I was a little concerned with the crash in case something went quite bad with crypto, but it seems that we've settled nicely for now, and I feel a little confident to put this out. I don't know exactly whether this chart is correct. A client or someone may have sent this to me. I haven't worked with this a lot. However, as soon as I opened this chart, I was like, okay, I like this. I don't know, look, do I know that long term? I don't know, but because what we have is an eclipse on this sort of surprise aspect. This is the first thing that drew me to it. This could be a news-based eclipse, a solar eclipse in the sky, and it's falling on this sort of planet that rules crypto. What's also going to happen, this doesn't necessarily show up at the eclipse. It can come a month after, a month before, a week before, a week after. We allow about 6 months here. What I actually noticed first, and I saw this second, we've got Jupiter here. We consider Jupiter a pretty good guy. He raises prices up. We've got a chart with a big chunk of planets here, and we know Jupiter's about to pass over these planets. That's usually a pretty good thing. My first book actually has a whole section on how to trade with this. It's a huge trading transit, and we know Jupiter's going into Cancer. Here we've got the Sun, the company, and here's Jupiter, and here's our Mercury and Mars, and everything's kind of together. So I saw straight away that Jupiter's going to pass over all these planets. What happens, you do tend to get a bit of a build-up of news if you've got a nice chunk like this. It's not to say this will definitely happen, but traditionally in this type of astrology, we can see Jupiter, the kind of good planet, I call him the party, he's coming over. I'd expect this to start April-ish if it was going to do the job. You would maybe know, well, let's see, I would say you'd start to know by June. And it's going to pass over all these planets. It could go up on momentum and speculation. It's not to say that the news is for sure, but I think it's got a pretty good year in the play, give or take some sort of news thing involved, whether that's real or rumor. I don't know. It's going to happen twice, so you could look out. Again, there's no promises, but I'd be looking for something around September. It could be something that you don't know yet. And that would possibly even come back, or you may see that for the first time, even as far as December, January. There may be some other news. It's not to say that it's a giant ride, but from my experience, we do see a build-up of news and momentum, and of course, price goes with that. And you may even push this into mid-2026. I just feel like this has got some really good astrology. For me, it'd be kind of a 15-month play, and we don't know the chart. And there is a really big chance as we come into mid-2026 that I think will affect the market. So for me, I'd be playing this beforehand. And I also want to add, there's a pretty big looking transit here where I just feel like it would lose a lot of momentum. Exactly what happened on Bitcoin. I can see where this may fall over a little bit. I just have to see what's happening at the time. But of all the charts and what's going on, I do quite like this. As I said on Bitcoin, I think there's a good push into that last part of the year, and this would certainly fit. I think it was about September that I quite liked on crypto, September, October. That's exactly when this kind of newsy play may come. And we've got that Uranus trine Pluto. The fact that price is holding up a little bit here, and I'll just bring the price up. I wouldn't actually even draw a trend line on this. I can see a sort of line here that might look to break. Again, it would depend what Bitcoin does. We do have the eclipse coming. I don't know, but there is some sort of consolidation here. It's pretty large consolidation, but I still think you would call it a consolidation pattern, and usually that breaks up or down. So the fact that this is held pretty well, all things considered, into pretty large correction. I think it went from what, 290 to what is it, 2? It's not bad. Now it has put a nice little buy signal there. So this would not be the astrology. This is the fact that it's giving a buy signal. It's certainly a very low risk opportunity down here. And so this could even just go up on technicals and momentum based on a signal being triggered on here. So I hope that's of help to someone. I hope that's not too much, but it's hard to do astrology without astrology, because otherwise it can just be fake, and I'm not into that at all. So good luck with it if you're in it, and please make sure that there is no financial advice provided. It's just a chart.